everyone. How are y'all doing today? Welcome to our return stream. This music's pretty good, not gonna lie. Why, thank you. It's our music. Welcome on in, everyone. I still do have COVID, so if you're wondering why my voice sounds terrible, that's why. Also, if I don't mute some of the coughs, that's also why. But you know what? We needed to do a stream. It's been too long. I'm at least doing better than last week. That's for sure. So, welcome on in, everyone. Welcome. Let me start welcoming some people on in, like Nefarious Lazarus, Rainbow Who, Sunny, Flame Falcon, Ducky, Chompy, Ezzy, Grim, Fancier, Tiny, Miriam, an Anime Girl, Caro, Moonlight, Aaron Krieg, Lego Boy. How y'all doing? Hey, welcome on in, Brandon. I hope you're all having a wonderful Saturday, because I spent last night, I was actually up a little too late last night, rewatching everything. And I actually need some help placing some events, because there's some references that I wasn't quite sure about. So we're going to be doing that. I've already made some changes to the timeline that we've got going, but I thought we'd catch up a little bit since, you know, we did the stream last week, when I honestly probably shouldn't have, for Haruka's Vshojo debut. Hello, found you from a Mouse stream. Well, welcome on in, Sasha. I know Mouse really likes watching the some of the breakdowns that I do, so it's always fun to see when she finds it and watches it on stream. Though if you're here for Mouse's stream, I guess I should really do this. Because I know Mouse loses her crap every time I put on the glasses. There we go. We're Professor Rayless today. There you go. We are now fully equipped for this. Did I get into that VTuber company? I don't know yet. There we go. I have the glasses. Now if Mouse ever ends up watching this on stream, she'll comment on it again. But yeah. Okay, you guys might have to deal with a little clickiness, because I'm having a little bit more trouble talking than I thought I would, so I'm going to be sucking on a cough drop all the time. Why are we fixing Vshojo's timeline? We're fixing my version of the Vshojo timeline. We have a lot more information. I haven't updated it since the Race Queen Melody lore, and there's been a lot of stuff that's happened and some surprising lore implications that have gone on. Also, we're going to swap away from this hype music to my favorite track of the new music that's coming out soon, by the way, because we have new music coming out probably in the next week or two, and it is so vibey. I love it so much. So we're gonna be vibing to it today because it's so good. I love it so much. Let's see. There we go. That's perfect volume. Perfect volume. The Seed of Life thing was a lot less than a metaphor than we thought. Yeah, but it also answered a lot of questions. Ironically, Apricot's short lore also answered a ton of questions that I had. So that's pretty cool. Have you seen the new Idol EN VTubers? I've seen them. They seem to be doing pretty well. I also watched all the Niji Sanji debuts yesterday. Which, by the way, Merryweather did 2 of their lores. And that was awesome to see. I'm a big fan of the new Niji wave. They have a lot of cool lore that I need to get into. So that's going to be... Hopefully you'll start seeing those videos next week when my voice recovers a little bit more. But also something... we got something kind of big next week. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's gonna be good. Hey, welcome on in, Leafian. How you doing? But yeah, we're gonna be covering we're gonna be clarifying some stuff from our original time list, and yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, sorry. If I ever just randomly mute and look away, because I'm coughing and or sneezing or doing something else. So, you know, it is what it is. All right. Well, we all know why you're here. Hey. You subscribe for the lore, stay for the person. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I had to leave my bullying session for this. Hopefully I didn't lose time. Hey, welcome on in, villager. How you doing? So, I thought we'd just kind of gonna yoink some heads while you bring up that timeline. Yep. Well, I thought we would just kind of hop right in. How's that sound, everyone? Let's see. Is it this one? Yeah, there we go. You laugh like my granddad? Well, I have COVID, so that probably helps me sound really old. So, for anyone who's new here or hasn't seen the original video, wait, why are some of the images not loading? Let me try reloading this. Okay, well, some of the images are not here, but you know, it is what it is. So, for anyone who hasn't seen the original video, this is kumu.io. It's a really great site for... Let me try a Control 5 or F5. See if that works. It's like it's not loading the right pictures anymore. What is going on? All right, I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna have to kind of deal with it. But kumu.io is a great site for kind of putting things on a timeline. Saw an IMRS reaction to your old timeline video just a few hours ago. Yeah, that's why I thought I'd do a stream on it. I'm gonna redo the video eventually. You didn't miss much, Calvin, don't worry. There's some things that I needed to fix and clarify, and some mistakes I made in the original video. So that's kind of the reason why I wanted to talk about it today. First of all, I actually spelled Project Melody's name correctly on the timeline. That's kind of important. I know no one else probably saw that, but that was important to me. Another clerical error that I made is Goro didn't arrive in a meteor. Goro was already chilling around on Earth when a meteor hit her location. And that's how Goro originally found Yanners. But other than that, I got most everything right. I still love, this is my favorite part of the whole timeline, is that I actually had to use the Yanners milking stream to figure out when Nizuna and Kason showed up. That's still my favorite portion of the whole timeline, is I had to use it to pinpoint some things. I love it so much. But we've got some new things to add up over here. First of all, we finally have a better idea at where Apricot fits on the timeline, which is something that was desperately needed. Also, is the music volume's not too loud, right? It should be pretty good, right? And if you guys want something a little less vibey, let me know. So we now know that Apricot helped. Oh wait, well, we don't know. We still don't know when Apricot existed, but we now know that Apricot taught Iron Mouse how to get to Earth. That is a new feature in the timeline that we now know. Because in Apricot's lore video, and this also clarifies something about Mouse. Mouse didn't originally know how to get to Earth. Which is, that's a bit more of a big deal than you guys might think. Here, let's pull up the Apricot video real quick.
Queen.
Okay, so let's see, where's the deal that she made? So yeah, she made the deal with Iron Mouse. I'm kind of blocking it. Hopefully you guys can still see it a little bit. But she made a deal with the Iron Mouse that Iron Mouse would keep her concealed. And in exchange, she would teach her how to get to Earth, which is super interesting because that implies Fruit is a much bigger player in the Vshojo universe than she didn't used to be. Isn't Hell most of the time considered to be part of Earth? If so, the correct terminology is she didn't know how to go to the overworld. Well, we've heard them talk about how heaven, hell, and earth are kind of three different worlds or realms. They kind of use the words realm and worlds interchangeably. So they are very much different places that require different methods of travel to get on. No, TTS is not on today. You guys are just chilling over here. So in the Vshojo mythos, they are very much considered different places. At least as far as we know right now. Oh, also, do you guys want to see a magic trick? My tail is gone. I can now just make my tail disappear and reappear at will. So, there we go. How's my throat? My throat's okay. I'm still coughing a lot, is all. So, hey, welcome on into IC. So yeah, that's why we know Earth, Heaven, and Hell are all different places, and it's really interesting to me that Apricot basically has, number one, had the ability to go to Earth, and B, could teach that ability to go to Earth. Hey, Hozco Fox, welcome. Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Thank you, thank you. Welcome on in, raiders. Everyone in chat, give them a nice warm hello and welcome, please. I'd appreciate it. Hey, welcome on in, Denki. How does it feel to be called cute by Iron Mouse? It's not the first time. Iron Mouse really likes me. I mean, I am hilariously cute after all, even if my voice sounds terrible. But yeah, no, YouTube, I'm not gonna run ads. Every time someone raids or does anything, it's like, hey, now is a great time to run ads. It's like, no, I'm here. I'm teaching people about lore, YouTube. I'm not running freaking ads. Gosh dang it. But yeah, so that's just an interesting tidbit from Fruit's lore, is that Fruit is the one who taught Iron Mouse how to get to Earth. It's kind of cool. It's actually really cool, in my opinion. But after that, we have a few more plot points here. The biggest one is actually going to be, as you guys have probably seen, the latest video with Haruka clears up a lot of questions. Like a lot of questions that I had. Where is Haruka on here? I know she's on here somewhere. Did I not put her on here? Oh, I guess I didn't put Haruka. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I guess at that point we didn't really know if she was official or not. So we should add Haruka to this. No, she's on here somewhere. Okay, well, we'll add pictures later, but we now know that Haruka gets to come chill up here in the Alive Since the Creation of the Universe club, which is kind of cool. There we go. So Haruka gets to come chill up here with the cool kids. So we now know that the creator and Chaos, which I still think might be Azathoth. I think Azathoth might still be the force of chaos in the Haruka video. Because I mean, let's take a look at the Haruka video. So in the beginning, we have the creator or creation versus chaos. It seems like. Well, so it doesn't explicitly say Azathoth, but given like all the void tendrils and things, I feel like it's pretty safe bet. Holy crap! What happened to my chat? Oh, it froze for a long time. Oh, okay. Hello. Oh, chat just like massively updated. Whoa. Okay, sorry. I just missed like everything. I guess YouTube lagged on my end for a second there. Wait, let me see. Why would they think it's a good idea? The first thing they see is an ad instead of a streamer, thinking new viewers for popping in, explaining who are they will leave instead. I don't know, Zovi. I don't know. You know, I wonder if Haruka is the only one of her kind. Probably. Haruka was hinted. Hopefully you had a wonderful stream today, Raylos. Can't be here much longer since you need to sleep. Thank you again for today. Hey, have a good night, Hazuko. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I feel pretty confident it's Azathoth. So I'm going to keep talking about it as if it were Azathoth. But it does look like the creator lost to Azathoth in a battle or a fight or anything. But what the interesting implication is why would Azathoth stop attacking after this seed of life was sent out? And I think it provides an interesting implication. I kind of wanted to run this by you, chat, to see what you thought, because it's implied that Haruka, the seed of life, her most important gift, as we'll cover a little bit later on, is sanity in life. So to me, that kind of implies that the creator shoved off whatever Azathoth wanted to eat, is like to feast on. The creator put it into a seed and then like shot it off so that Azathoth wouldn't basically have no reason to keep on attacking it. It would also kind of explain why Mouse goes crazy when she sees the creator. If like any remnants of sanity is no longer there, right? That's just my pet theory. I haven't fully workshopped it yet, but it's something that came to mind when I was watching all these videos again. Is you're saying a lot of words that I understand I have a theory that both silver or the Haruka and silver are seeds of life. That could be true. But I don't know. It's just an interesting theory. But so we know that Haruka gets sent out to go be a seed of life on Earth. I don't think Mouse lost her mind due to no sanity. I'm just saying that it's a possible explanation why looking at the crater it would cause people to go crazy. I'm just saying it's a possibility. I'm not like hard set on that theory. But we do know that Haruka is what brought life to Earth. So that is canonical now. Haruka is definitely the one who brought life to Earth. Now here's the part that is really bugging me. I couldn't figure out why this date is important. What happened in 1971? Why is this date important? It's too long ago for it to be gun run. I tried looking up like expeditions. I tried looking up like major life events. And it's got to be a reference to something, right? Like, why is this date so important? Probably Gunrun's family. I guess it could be Gunrun's family. That's something I didn't see. I guess that could be an acceptable theory. That's not one that I thought of, but it could be an acceptable theory. From the looks of it, Earth was fucking desolate. Well, so there's theories, right? That after the, like, one possible theory, right, is like after the moon hit the Earth, it was like superheated and stuff, and like there's a whole bunch of theories about like why Earth was superheated at one point in time, and that's kind of what I think they're playing off of. But I don't know, that one's a little bit. Azathoth is known to be a sleeping being in the dream creating reality, the universe as we know. That means Azathoth and the creator might be the same being, but also separated because they might be two parts of the same being. That's interesting. Yeah, you know, I guess I didn't really think about it being Gunrun's family. That timeline would match up pretty well. That actually would match up pretty well if it's Gunrun's family. Because, you know, if we fast forward just a little bit, we have these three people. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Isn't 1971 the year of that plane crash in the Antarctic? (1979) is when someone crashed in the Antarctic. It looks like. Echo sound testing. AM echo sound testing between 1971 and 1972. But that doesn't sound like it's important enough to be in here. I just want to know why this date in particular was here. Because like these guys were obviously searching for the origin of life. They say so in like in the helicopter and all that stuff. This has to be something important. Maybe she wakes up in the state. No, we know explicitly that she's been around for a long time. And she's been doing stuff for ever since the Earth was around. Maybe that's Gunrun's dad. It could be true. But yeah, it could just be around the time that Nyanders was woken up by Goro. Potentially. It could be. The professor looks exactly like the one on Zen's video. It looks very similar, yeah. Operation Deep Freeze? No, that was 1960. Well, actually, Wait, actually, Operation Deep Freeze might actually be a possibility. I saw the date 1971 show up across it. Coast Guard participating in supporting the mission throughout 1970, 1971. Well, maybe, I don't know. We won't spend too much longer on this. It was just, this is one piece of the puzzle that is like absolutely bugging me because I just don't know the answer, you know? This was her first face-to-face interaction, but if we look through the video a little bit, she's been around for a long time. Because she can seemingly manifest her spirit form wherever the heck she wants. Yeah, either way, like the date doesn't seem to play a super big importance yet. I'm sure it's something that I just couldn't find and it's like super easy. Like I genuinely don't believe it's not gonna be that insane, but it's just something I wanted to point out. You know the theory about the absolute in the Antarctic, there's a hole that bring inside Earth? That was the year because of the airplane that crashed. The military pilot says there was life. If you have a link for that, villager, feel free to send it to me. I don't know. But yeah, that's just interesting. So more importantly, it does give us a little bit more of a timeline for things. I do think that it probably goes. My guess is that this is the order of events. I still think this happened before all the other shenanigans happened. But more importantly, like I said, we now know that Haruka's chilling out around here. We're gonna assume that Azathoth is still the creator. I didn't study this on the test. Yes, everything I say is on the test. By the way, there's 60 of you people in chat. If you want to hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. I'm not afraid of shilling myself when I have COVID. Do you think they will do lore on the giant watered pocket in the mantle of the earth? Maybe. Maybe. But so we have Haruka chilling out up here. So we can actually change this. We do need to fix this. Azathoth is not the one who planted the seeds of life. That is no longer true. Now it is the universe creation, and creator sends out seed of life. Haruka. So that is an adjustment that we needed to make. So Azathoth, we now know for sure, is not the one that sent out the seeds. Because I hit a button. Because why not? Why am I not allowed to dance, Emmer? I'm a cool cat. I can dance. So the creator sends out the seed of life, which I'm wondering. There's probably more than one seed, or realistically, but since this is kind of a mythos, I'm gonna assume that Haruka is the only one that is still around, because that's what makes sense to me, is that Haruka is the only one that's still around. So then he sends out Yanners to go find the seed. Didn't we see lots of seeds? I think we only saw one. I mean, we can double check real quick, but I'm pretty sure we only see the one. Hey, welcome on in, Sunflower. So yeah, they're fighting. I mean, those could all be potential seeds of life, I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right. Those could all be potential, but it also makes me think that Azathoth already found those, right? Because, like, I don't know. You could see it both ways, but, like, hers is the only one that's, like, super glowy, and the rest are just, like, stars. I don't know. I think that she's the only one. Okay, even if she wasn't the only one to go out, she's likely the only one left. That's what I'm going to call it, is that she's the only one left. I think it's implied there were more at some point, because Neander says go beyond the edge to the edge where a seed of life may still exist. So not but those might be gone already. Yeah. Okay, we're going to work under the assumption that if there are others, they're all gone. I think all the seeds of life are gone except for Haruka. So I have a question. Where does Hololive fit into this? Because Callie showed up in Ironmouth Smith's video. They're not necessarily tied together. There's just a lot of cameos, Herbert, unfortunately. Because Vshojo's not going to be allowed to tie in Hololive canonically, or vice versa. Do you think you will ever make a guest appearance in one of the lore videos? I don't know, that'd be kind of cool. I'd like to just think that I'm the cat. Every time you see a cat on screen, it's me. Tell you what, you know, we're gonna assume that this is me now. Where is it? There's a cat in here somewhere. I saw a cat. Isn't there a cat in this new one? I don't know. I thought there was a cat in here somewhere. But yeah, so creator sends out seeds of life. I could see the argument both ways, that there were more, Azathoth ate all of them, or that she was the only one. Either way, she's the only one left, and that's all that we really care about at this point in time. So this actually doesn't change too much of the timeline. Riz, outside this theory regarding the creator, they basically confirmed that nature and creation exists outside of heaven/hell, but is currently locked up in heaven. Interesting. But the creator isn't bound to heaven. What is it? If the creator isn't bound to what it's doing there, why did they just contain it? I don't know. There's a lot of things that go on with the creator that don't quite make sense, but we do know that nature was hinted at as being its own thing. So life isn't just based off of the creator. There's life other places, but we do know that nature's kind of its own dealio. Honestly, guys, okay, you want to know what I think with the whole creator and why the seed of life is important? Because there seems to be an implication. We're gonna go back to Haruka's video real quick. That the thing that Haruka brought with her is sanity, or like sentient life. I think that that's kind of a, I might be stretching on this one, but like the fact that Neanders talks so heavily about sanity and saying that like that's the gift that Haruka brought with her is sanity, seems to me to imply that Haruka, the thing that Haruka brought with her was the ability to create humans, right? Like whatever she did to Earth is what made it so that humans could exist. Things with higher levels of intelligence. That seems to be what is like what her gift that she brought with her is. That's just me thinking out loud. Sanity is also a Nyarlathotep thing, so it's more related to that. Well, I'm just trying to put together pieces where Neander says that that's the gift that she brought with her, so we're gonna run with it for now. Because that seems to be a very important piece of the picture as to why, oh hey, it's me. Why am I showing up in my own recommended? Hold on. Why am I showing up in my own recommended feed? That's kind of weird. Anyways. In what year was Gunrun born? I guarantee you Gunrun wasn't born in 1971. Vane much hey, look. I just like, oh yeah, and there's the person who reacted or who posted the reaction to my video right there. YouTube recommendations are funny, but could that expedition be tied to Gunrun's parents or something? That's kind of our best theory at the moment. But yeah, that's the exact video I watched this morning. I am not surprised. But I think that the gift that Haruka brought with her is sanity, in addition to other wife shenanigans. I think we need Silvervale's lore to really kind of put the pieces into place, because we're still kind of missing something here. Sorry, my nose is doing things today. I can't wait for this to be gone. Seriously. Silver's lore is very necessary. I was hoping we'd get a little bit more of an explanation from Apricot, but the only thing we really learned from Apricot is that she's the reason why Iron Mouse could get to Earth. It's also interesting because that kind of ties in. I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, by the way, but I had a lot of thoughts about this last night. There's also another kind of very important thing that the I need another tab, that the Apricot lore implies. Because the Apricot lore, okay, I actually need 3 tabs, gosh dang it. The Apricot lore provides us some context for the Zentrea lore. So, okay, here's why the knowledge of how to get to Earth that lies with fruit or apricot is a big deal, right? Because if fruit is the one who taught Iron Mouse how to get to Earth, and in the Zentrea lore, fruit is chilling on Earth, but Iron Mouse is not, there is the potential, because, you know, here's Apricot just kind of chilling out here. She's already on Earth. That is potentially the reason why Iron Mouse didn't come back to this version of Earth, is because she either wasn't taught in the first place or forgot. It's just kind of an interesting concept of like why this universe's Iron Mouse stayed in hell. There's the potential that like she was much more standoffish to Fruit, and Fruit just didn't teach her. Or Fruit traded her for different information. This is true. This is true. This is true. It's kind of just an interesting tie-in that I wasn't expecting, which is one of the reasons why I think that Zentrea Timeline Iron Mouse and Zentrea Timeline Melody or Melware were focused on making a deal, is because She actually has a reason to in this universe. If the knowledge to travel between, you know, planes is like somewhat being held down or things like that, then it would make sense why Zentreya Timeline Mouse wants to work with Zentreya Timeline Malware to do some universe hopping shenanigans. Also, what I like about this is it implies that Mouse, or that Malware knows more than Mouse about dimension hopping. And I think, you know, this is my current working theory, is that Malware and Mouse are gonna try and lead the assault on Heaven in our timeline, because Malware kind of figured out how to. Oh, we need this one open too. Gosh dang, we need so many tabs open. We know that Malware was kind of beaten up in our timeline, and this is also another thing we need to add on the timeline. There's like 2 hours of videos now, for crying out loud. But Malware lost in our timeline. Though, did she really lose? Did she really? Just theorizing this an assault on Heaven. I mean, well, it would make sense, right? Like, she's talking about unifying the 3 worlds, which would imply that they have to somehow force Heaven to imply. Like, or to like comply to her whims. So at some point, Heaven will be assaulted. We don't know what the ramifications of that will be, but Heaven will be assaulted somehow. And personally, Malware chilling up here. This is implied to be our version of Malware, but I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm not convinced that this is just our Malware. I think this might be Zentreya Timeline Malware as well. I think there might be some shenanigans going on there. Or this could be future Malware's body with current Malware's mind. There's a lot to be considered here. Right? Like, I don't know. I'm not convinced that this is our version of Malware. I'm not convinced. I think there's more going on here. Hello, Arkwolf. How you doing? I don't know. Also, hey, welcome on in, Zatham. How you doing, man? I'm mostly alive. Have we seen anything from Heaven since the corpse cameo? Not from Heaven, but okay, actually, hold on. I gotta pause the music for this. Because guys, I freaked out about this last night. And by the way, do you want to know why? I feel like there's some shenanigans going on with present Malware and future Malware? Because of this. Okay, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I didn't notice this the first time. I did not notice this the first time. And I freaked out last night when I'm like, whoa. Hold on. Okay, I gotta pause this music real quick. So, I was rewatching Haruka's video, right? And then there's this section with Mouse at the end. Now, I hope this doesn't get claimed, but okay, you ready for this?
On or what?
Hold on. You hear that music?
What's going on, boss?
Boss! What pitiful energy the demons within this universe hold.
Do you hear that?
But I won't have to worry about that soon.
That is Melody's theme. That is Melody's piano theme. It's totally okay. So that is Project Melody's piano theme. that little like that's Melware's theme. That is melodies. That's Melware's thing. I didn't notice that the first time. Like that is 100% melody Melware theme. And I did not notice that. No, I didn't think they fused, but that to me that really implies. No. I'm not suggesting that they merged. But that's why I am not convinced that this Melware, this one that's standing on top of the building, I don't think that's our Melware. Because if Melware's theme is playing with Mouse doing shenanigans in hell, then the team up that was implied to happen is still going on. That's what I think. Also, my YouTube chat froze again. Hey, welcome on in, Paradox Man. Yeah, it's implying that Melware is alive. So I personally think that the whole team up is still happening because of that theme. Oh, Paradox, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Everyone should check and see if they actually got those. Congratulations, Brandon, Villager, Flame Falcon, Sea Hero, and Hersher. Also, where's my notifications? Are they not on this? Oh my gosh. I'm such a failure of a streamer. Don't worry about it. There we go. Shh. I barely snuck it in there.
Brandon
Let's go.
Ramirez became a member.
Thank you.
Brandon
Got paid today,
Ramirez
time to spread
became
love.
a member.
I really appreciate it. Why is it saying Brandon Ramirez became a member twice? There we go.
Villager
there
became
we
a
go.
member.
But yeah. The fact that Melware's motif is playing during that final scene is so...
Flame Falcon became a member.
It's so important to me. Because I still think the team-up's going live. I still think the team-up's happening.
C+ Hero VT became a member.
Thank you, text-to-speech. I appreciate it.
Hair_of_F2P became a member.
Mischief Taco, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate it.
Hair_of_F2P
Oh gosh,
became a member.
Thank you, Paradox. Excuse the cough. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Hero VT became a member. Flame Falcon became a member.
Why is it reproduce? Oh gosh, why is it keep on playing the same things? Did I break things? I might have broken things.
Villager became a member.
Can I simplify the lore video? Unfortunately not. No, you're good, Paradox, you're good.
Also, here's some PC funds.
I
Take my
really
love.
appreciate
I
that.
just spend it on Genshin otherwise. Sorry for derailing the convo lol, I've been waiting for stream to offer PC funds.
I appreciate that more than you know. Because we are still replacing pieces of the PC. Which we do have our new graphics card installed though, so that's nice. I legit don't think that the Melware on the building is a future Melware because the whole body language and mannerisms don't match up. Neither does the tone of voice, which Mary confirmed. Which is different for every iteration of melody in Melware. I'm not trying to imply that the full might of Melware is here. I do think that there are still Melware shenanigans going on. I still think that there's a team up in the cards. I don't know what it is, but I think it's too... Mary, I've come to learn, is very particular with his choices in videos. It doesn't make sense that he would use Melware's theme there if it wasn't going to amount to something. Now, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. But yes, once again, thank you so much, Paradox. I really appreciate that. I didn't mute fast enough. Gosh dang it. But I do think that there will be shenanigans with malware. I do think that there will be continued shenanigans with malware. It just is too much of a conscious choice to not be there, right? Let's also keep in mind the fact that future mouse glitches. That, I don't know how to feel about that one. I think that mouse can maybe just change her appearance. I'm not sure. That portion of the video doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't fully know with that one. Because yeah, mouse being able to change her shape. Now, we haven't seen this one yet. I don't think we've seen this one either. Or this one. Mouse has so many freaking models. It's so hard to keep track of all of them. Gosh dang it. Sorry, Habanero was getting into something that he shouldn't have. My gut feeling says present malware is going to go back to whoever created her to exact revenge as she realized that they are the reason for her hate of humans, not humanity itself. That would be kind of cool. The glitching is also weird because it's just a scene that she morphs from OG to mouse to Demon Queen. Now she glitches. See, I think that there's shenanigans going on. Guys, okay, so here's some weird stuff about the end. Okay. You know what? We're going to talk about this. Because this is a problem that I have felt with the whole Project Melody timeline, right? Is malware is so interesting as a force of nature / evil character, because the problem with having a sentient AI be an evil character is that malware is smart. She's dumb when she's focused sometimes, but she's really smart. How do you actually destroy an AI that has access to the World Wide Web? It's like a whole Age of Ultron scenario. Like, couldn't she just have made a, like, albeit a lesser copy of herself somewhere on the web? And sorry, no, Sunflower, headpats don't work right now. Like, it just seems weird to me to think that malware is out of the picture in any shape or form, right? The whole glitch effect was also created in the ode to the cyber-apocalypse because Mary specifically painted that effect out in his director's commentary. Oh, I must have missed that. I watched the director's commentary. I must have missed that line. Because I've watched all of Mary's director's commentary. Because whenever he goes up and talks about it, I make sure to watch it because he often gives a lot of clues and scenes that I missed. Yeah. Also, we can put the music back on now. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just it just seems silly to me to think that malware could be anything but like she's 100% still in the picture. But we've talked about a lot of stuff. I need to go use the restroom real quick. Oh, actually, I want to test out something. All right, I'm going to test out something, guys. I'm going to test out something. He's specifically pointed out, oh, this person did a really good job on this, and so far you really want to see comments like when they are somewhat relevant, just like the BGM everywhere. Okay, I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. Enjoy me dancing for a little bit. Sorry. Oh, the dancing animation didn't work. Oh well. All right, I'm back. I am back. Ba ba ba. There you go. There's your dancing. There's your dancing. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. What did you miss? Not too much. Sorry, I'm still, the body's still recovering from stuff. Let's say turn a 180 and reveal that Keisan has significance too. There's a reason she found Mizuno besides plain coincidence. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. But let's start adding some stuff to the timeline, shall we? Ugh. Not quite back up to 100% yet. Okay, let's add. I'm gonna have to pop another cough drop here. Sorry. Sorry for the inevitable clanking that you hear. But we're working on it. We're working on it. Okay, so Apricot, we need to put her somewhere on the timeline. Well, Haruka's been here since the beginning of time, so I think that she just gets to exist. Well, that's what this is. That's what the universe creation is. Haruka gets to chill out over here. I still don't know why none of the images are working here. That's kind of weird, but so yeah, we got Azathoth, we got universe creation here. Neander's having fall. This is still right. Neander's finding Goro, Booby uniting Hell. Iron Mouse escaping the box. Apricot teaches Iron Mouse how to get to Earth. Neander's arrives at Earth. Iron Mouse tries to befriend Neander's. Neander's versus Weibei and Haruka. This still adds up. Iron Mouse arrives at Earth at some point in time. Is this Bluebeam? This is Kumu. Kumu.io. We'll name this 1971 Expedition. And then Keisan is born. I still think that the 1971 incident happens before Keisan is born. Meteor arrives, wakes up Neanders. Now here's where I think we need to add in. Oh no, actually no. This part of the timeline still is correct. Actually, was Haruka created when the universe was created, or after, because she was sent forth, which already existed? Okay, so technically, these two are fighting at the same time, and then that's when the universe creation I'm marking as when the creator sends out the seeds of life. That's what I'm marking as the universe creation, which is also why Haruka gets to chill out up here, that they've been alive basically since the universe creation. We still don't know about Silverveil yet. Silverveil's just up here because I don't know where to put her, honestly. Now, we do know also that Apricot was burned at the stake for being a witch. So Apricot is probably, I don't know when Apricot comes into existence, but probably, if I had to take a guess, sometime around here. Well, no, because she has to teach her how. No, Apricot actually doesn't go here. What am I doing? Oh gosh, what am I doing? Wait, does she go here? Huh. So we know that Neander's arriving is like around 1300 BC. So, you know what? I'm gonna guess. No, it's not after the fight. It's before the fight. What program is this? This is a website called Kumu, as in KUMU.io. It's a pretty cool site. I used it for a couple things. I think fruit was born sometime in between here. Which also implies you know what? Actually, I have to think about this. I have to think a lot about this because there's a couple implications. Hold on. Let's delete this connection. So yeah, actually, I think you're right. I think you guys are right. Is she an inhabitant of the hell underworld pre-Heavenfall? No, she's post-Heavenfall. But she was a human first who got burned at the stake. Yeah, so she's been around since the witch hunts. So I think you guys are right. I think you guys are right, because that's apricot right there. So I think what happens is the fight between Neanders and Vebe happens. Apricot is born, and then she teaches Mouse how to come to Earth, and then Mouse comes to Earth. Yeah, I think this is actually the correct order of events right here. That's looking right. Because we know that Neanders arrived around the Mesopotamia era or something like that. I have to look at my exact notes to know the exact time period, but it's several hundred years BC. So then Iron Mouse does something to try and talk to her. Okay, actually this is a problem with an inconsistency. So does Mouse have like exactly, Kevin, you've got the right you've got the problem. You've got the problem that I'm thinking of is, how did Mouse contact Neanders? How did Mouse contact Neanders? How did this happen? Oh, trust me, I am drinking a lot of water. I've already gone through 2 water bottles. Okay, so that kind of looks like the gates of hell, right? This looks like the gate of hell. Potentially. Yeah, Neander's lore video was the first one made. Probably help from Booby. Well, okay, so the thing is like her talking to Nyan here, this doesn't look like an actual place on Earth. This looks more like a mental realm kind of a thing. I don't know. I could see this as being not quite literal, right? I could see this as being not literal. So maybe she didn't actually need to travel, right? I could see it being a projection for sure. How could she drag Neander's her consciousness into it? I don't know. This part is the part that's making me not make sense. But if Fruit was not born on Earth and on one of her visits she was burned at the stake, potentially, yeah. it depends on how much of her half-dragon lore is still accurate. It wasn't really addressed in this video. And she's been around for a really long time. Gotta go bye-bye. Hey, have a good day, Rainbow Hooves. So it's, I don't know. It's hard. This is hard. Because there's not a good... We've got conflicting theories, I guess. If she's been a lich for a really long time, and I mean, we could run with that explanation. Yeah, Mouse also seemed to contact Nyan deliberately. Maybe she knew more about Nyanners than she let on, as if she knew back then she would need Nyanners now. That's a good potential theory. Because in my mind, we have two different ways of viewing this timeline so far. Is if Apricot has been around for a really long time, probably not like beginning of creation long, but definitely a long time, and then we put her teaching Mouse how to get to Earth, or maybe she just taught her how to open portals in general. It didn't need to necessarily to be just to get to Earth. She could have also taught her how to get back or how to go to other places, right? Would Snuffy have some way to contact Nyanners? Probably not. Because if we put her before all of the shenanigans, then it all just depends on how old we think Apricot is, right? Like if she's been around for a couple thousand years, then this timeline makes sense. If we think that she's newer than that, then we put her over here. I think I like this solution better because it would explain more how Mouse was able to find Nyanners and talk to her. I think I like this explanation better. Or it could be something like this, right? It doesn't necessarily need to be that she came before Nyanners arrived. Nyanners could have arrived, Apricot happened, and then she teaches Mouse, right? It doesn't actually matter on which side of this bubble Apricot goes. Like, I could see this being... I could see this going both ways. If we want to use the line that she's been around, or that she's so old that she's forgotten how old she is, I'm going to go ahead and take a guess. You think Fruit teaching Mouse is a very recent thing? Could be. I mean, either way, this has to come before Mouse arrives to Earth, right? It just depends on whether or not this happened before the whole befriending and fight and all that jazz, or if it happened after. But I think it has to happen before. Mouse only decided to come to Earth after discovering the internet and stuff. She'd have no reason to seek that knowledge earlier. She explicitly did, right? She explicitly did, because she shows up. Like she's talking to Nyan about how the world is nigh unbreakable before Nyan even goes on a rampage. So she's been wanting to do something with Earth for at least 2,000 years. At least 2,000 years. Which means that Fruit is like, she's been wanting to do this for at least 2,000 years. because otherwise the Nyan lore video doesn't make sense. Hey, welcome on in, Hoshi. Mouse might have not left right away. She might have gotten the knowledge to not use it until recently. See, that's the thing. That's why I think it's better to err on the side of caution and throw... Like, we could have Neanders arriving at Earth before or after. It doesn't really matter. Because I think Apricot actually slots in here. Because we have no time frame for when Iron Mouse escaped the box. We have absolutely no frame of reference for that. But I think for things to make the most sense as we have them, Apricot needs to teach Iron Mouse how to get to, we're gonna actually change this. How to get to Earth / use portals. I do think it makes the most sense if we slot in Apricot teaching Iron Mouse how to get to Earth / use portals before she tries to befriend Neanders. I think that this, where Apricot fits in on either side of this doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna slap her here because again, what side of the event she's on doesn't really matter. But this makes the most sense to happen before this. I think that's what I'm most comfortable with. No, YouTube, I'm not gonna run a freaking ad. Gosh dang it. Like the big thing that bugs me is Mesopotamia being in Neander's video versus shit like medieval polearms and Apricot was burned at the stake. True. But remember, if Apricot can travel there, she might have already been a lich when she went there. Like the big Einstein and Aristotle are in limbo when Booby frees Iron Mouse from the box. Oh crap, I forgot about that. Oh boy. That puts a whole bunch of issues into, oh gosh dang it. I forgot about that. That throws a whole, oh gosh dang it. Oh, that throws a massive wrench into this. Gosh dang it. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Oh, that throws a whole, that. Why'd you have to say that? That throws such a giant wrench in everything. Holy crap. We're gonna just ignore that for now. We're gonna ignore all that crap. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that for now. Like, screw that crap. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that crap later. Yeah, problem for future Rayless, exactly. But I do think I'm comfortable with this. I think I'm comfortable with this for now. Because this makes the most sense. So Apricot is officially on the timeline somewhere. Yeah, we're just gonna shove Einstein into a box because we're gonna write it off as a cameo. We can't trust all cameos. Iron Mouse arrives at Earth, 1971 expedition, Kason is born. I think this is all still fine. The Village concert is still important. Booby still arrives at the same time. Snuffy threatens Vebe. Vebe gets power back. Silver Veil reconnects with Vebe. Nizuna, Kason shenanigans happen. The milking streams and Trey arrives. Melwar hacks. Kason and Nizuna join. The Race Queen Melody stuff happens. Then Trey Melwar takes over Melody. Well, I need to move this slightly out of the way so I can actually see. Let's see, Melody / Melware fight future Melware and win. We're still getting that. We're still getting that. We can add her recruiting members. Oh yeah, I guess we have to add in the gun run shenanigans. Project Melody is created, so we probably have to add her in. Gun run recruits Melody to scout the team. So I'll fix all the timeline shenanigans later, but so we probably have to add that in. Gun run scout recruits Melody to scout for the team. So there's that. So he probably just slots in right there. Vshojo is formed. Phil's, this is all unchanged. This is all unchanged. This is all unchanged. Melody / Melware fight future Melware and win. This still makes sense. Now the question is the new Nyanners video before or after? It's got to be after, in my opinion. The new Nyanners, we're just gonna simplify this to Nyanners goes evil. Do we have any confirmation if Fruit scouted before the Vils concert? We don't. I mean, they also had help from, it wasn't just Vebe who helped. It was Vebe and Zentrea. So Nyanners going evil has to be after. Which means that Haruka is recruited by Gunrun. Has to go after that. So this is the current timeline. Who's my favorite Vshojo member? I'm a big fan of Nyanners shenanigans. 100%. So yeah, Melody / Melware fight future Melware and win. Nyanners goes evil. Haruka is recruited by Gunrun, and I do think we need to add something important to this timeline. Zen Mouse takes over Hell, as this was shown at the very end of the Haruka video. Yeah, and at some point in time, Mouse disappears. So Mouse disappearing has to happen right here, right? Our Iron Mouse disappears. Because that is kind of an important event. Same time as Zen. I think it's actually before. I think it's actually before Lego. Because she doesn't show up at all in the Melody fight. So I think Mouse disappears. It could be like a simultaneous type thing, but I think that Mouse is definitely gone first. Mermaid Man evil. Yes. I know it's confusing, Hoshi. We'll make this into a full video soon. So yeah, this could actually be any time in here. You know what? I'm actually willing to say that this happened at the same time. I'm willing to say that this happened at the same time because that would make sense, right? Like if our Iron Mouse disappears the same time other timeline Mouse appears, then that would make sense. You need to rewatch a lot of things. I did rewatch a lot of things. I mean, guys, there's like 2 hours of videos at this point. So I could see that. I could see this happening simultaneously. But yeah, Melody and Melor fight Neanders because Evil Haruka is recruited by Gunrun. Zen Mouse takes over Hell. And this stuff is all largely unchanged. So that doesn't make a... Also, members not being present at the Melor fight doesn't really mean much lore-wise because they said they couldn't fit everyone. It's true, Ezzy, but I like to think that it would make sense for our Iron Mouse to disappear at the same time that Mommy Mouse showed up. Just from like a thematic perspective, right? Like, I think that would just make the most sense to place it there. It could be any time, like in here, but we're gonna place it here just because, you know, it kind of makes sense thematically, you know? So, but like, it, again, it's largely irrelevant to the flow of events. It's just placing it right there. You know? So, I think it's fine. I still would love to know what's the deal with the 1971 expedition. I feel like that's something that needs to be covered more, but we'll see. Well, let's see if I missed anything so far. I don't think I did. So we have Haruka up here. We still don't know what's going on with Silvervale. Unfortunately, we just don't have a good idea. So we now have, we should probably add in, we should add in another little bubble right here as like Azathoth versus Creator is kind of like the precursor to these events. Isn't Silvervale way before Earth a different planet? According to her old lore, she's different planet and she was created by a goddess. So that's why I was like, maybe alive since universe creation. We don't really know. Like, she's a Sakura spirit meant to nurture life. It could be, we just don't know. We don't have enough info about Silvervale. That's why I'm not like trying to spend too much time about her. These events still flow pretty good, except for the whole Aristotle joke, because that just doesn't make any sense. That means, what's kind of funny is if we look at the box joke, right, with Aristotle and Einstein being in there, that shortens the timeline for all of these events to happen in like a 200 year or like a 100 year time span, which is ridiculous, right? So there's no way that we just can't factor that in. It screws up everything. So we're gonna have to ignore that. When I make the updated video, I'll make a note of that, but I think we have to ignore it. And we'll write it off as it's one of the first videos, and it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Because otherwise these timeline events just don't, it just doesn't work, right? Time is not relevant in heaven and hell. That's true. We could use that excuse. There's a lot of different excuses that we could add in here. And I don't think any of them are particularly bad. But I do think I like having Apricot existing before Neanders arrived at Earth. Just, I don't know, I kind of like it. And then I like her teaching Iron Mouse how to get to Earth / use portals. I really like that. Iron Mouse tries to befriend Neanders. That's unchanged. Neanders versus Vebe and Haruka is unchanged. Iron Mouse arrives on Earth. Oh wait, actually, I guess there's one event that we need to add in here, which I guess is more this event, but it's the Haruka is recruited by Gunrun. Is that Neanders officially is trying to take over the world, right? I do think that can kind of be folded into this event. because you know, it's the same time. Nyan shows up, threatens Haruka, saying, I'm going to take over the world, you know, create paradise, I'll be the protector, and then she immediately gets recruited by Gunrun. So I guess we don't need another bubble for it, but you know, it's a side note that I think we needed to add here. But yeah, outside of all the pictures like just not working for some reason, they show up when I click on them. When did Nazuna come to Earth? Boom, right here. If we want to get technical, all we know is it's before the milking stream and after Vebe gets her powers back. That's it. That's the time frame that we have. We don't know the full time frame out that. All we know is that she joins Vshojo at Anime Expo. That's it. So within the last couple of years at latest, because Kei-san's the one who found her. So I'm really hoping that we get more Nazuna stuff soon. I really hope, really hope we get more Nazuna stuff soon, because I really want it. I feel like once we have the Nazuna portion of the story and the Silverwell portion, this whole timeline's gonna look a lot cleaner. But you know, all things considered, I think we did a pretty good job today. Catching back up to the timeline and talking about the events as they transpired. I think we did pretty good. All things considered, I think this is a pretty coherent timeline. I'll fix it up later so it actually looks nice. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with it. I need more water. Good old water. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job. I'm sure there's probably something that I missed. When I actually go through and make the video again, I'll scrub through everything and make sure I get all the stuff right. But I think we did good. I have a question. How much of that timeline is purely speculation? Not that much, actually. The only things that are really speculations are exact dates. Because like this is all nebulous in terms of time. We don't know how long the whole first portion took. It could be, a couple thousand years. It could be 1,000,000 years. Who knows? Time is weird like that when you're talking about heaven and hell. We get a little bit more concrete when we get to here, because we have some architecture stuff for when Yanners shows up at Earth. And things like that. We know where locations are. We know it's exactly 2,000 years after this fight that Yanners re-wakes up. And we know the exact date of the Vils concert. And we know the exact date of a lot of other things. Did Aethos more in the timeline? He makes a cameo or two, but he's otherwise unimportant to the lore right now. So he's not on the timeline just because he's not a big player right now. He might be eventually. I don't know, but outside of that, I think we're pretty set. Yeah, I think we're pretty good to go. And the multiverse timeline, actually, out of everything in the multiverse timeline, that's the easiest, because that one was just all in like one video. Well, 2 videos technically, so You know, this is pretty straightforward. Nothing to really scoff at there. Yeah, I'm proud of this. I think we did good. Soon we'll be going over man, when you zoom out, look how crazy the Vshojo lore just looks. All things considered, it's actually a pretty straightforward timeline. Like there have been much worse timelines created by people. I'm sure if I was writing these stories, they'd be a little bit more convoluted than this and probably less coherent. So you know what? I think they just did a good job. Mary did a good job. Also, we're gonna swap up to some new jazz music because we can. Merryweather, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. I don't know. I'm happy with this. The Vshojo timeline's been the most fun to keep track of because honestly, you know, not to toot my own horn or anything, I think outside of Merryweather, I'm probably the cat who knows the most about Vshojo lore out of any person. You know, I think that's a safe claim to make. I've rewatched things a lot. I try and do my research as much as I can. I do think I am the authority on Vshojo lore outside of Merryweather. Ba, 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 ba. As someone who studied narratives and media analysis, I think he did very well, and I'm very impressed by how concise he made this, even if there are some minor problems. Well, I think a lot of the problems with the timeline and the stories is because, so like, we've all watched TV shows, right? Where they were only hired to do season 1 and they weren't sure if they're going to be able to do season 2. So they had to make a story that was good enough for season 1, but that could be adapted to a longer season. And I think that's exactly what happened with the lore videos and why there's some problems, is because the first couple videos were tests and no one was sure how popular they were going to be. And then once all of a sudden he gets the go ahead to write a bunch more, that's why all the later videos have the story that has like so much more cohesion than the first portions, you know? So I think a lot of it has to do with, if it was just Mary writing the video, I think that they would be a lot more coherent. But you bring up an excellent point, Gigilus, is that he has to work around members' wishes. And I think that members' wishes sometimes just don't fit the story very well. Or like the overarching narrative, right? So I think honestly, Mary has done a spectacular job for what he's been given. And I hope we get to see like a lot more of these that are more interconnected, right? Because I think that'll be really cool. I just think he's done so much with probably some very frustrating timelines. And honestly, like when you're talking about other people's lore, it's usually very personal and something they care a lot about. And so trying to incorporate all those events into making a overarching story that actually makes any amount of sense is just so difficult. So he did a lot. Ray, if Vshojo might bring in another new member in the future, whom do you think it would be good enough to be part of the Vshojo team? I honestly don't know. It took him a long time to bring in Haruka. I think it's going to take him a long time to bring in anyone else. I hope they bring on someone soon, but I also don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, Zen wanted a Gecko invasion. I think that's what a lot of these plot holes boil down to, is that there's probably a lot of things that individual talents wanted, and they just didn't quite fit with the whole narrative, right? So we'll have to see what happens next year. Vshojo has a lot planned next year. They probably do. My only concern with the lore stuff, and I've said this before, I don't see how Vshojo makes their money back on this. I honestly don't. Like, don't get me wrong. This is probably the coolest this is the coolest VTuber lore project we'll probably see for an extremely long amount of time. I just don't see how it makes them money. Which I know that's a little cynical to like talk about, but in order for a cool thing to keep going, it needs to be profitable, right? Because like these videos are such high quality and they take so much time, and like we've kind of heard how much these cost, and for the views they get on YouTube, like I don't know. We'll see. Maybe cats like you focusing on lore brings in views. Maybe. I'd like to think that my criticisms and analysis of it do bring a little bit of legitimacy to it. But I just hope that like it is something that continues to be, like, if it is profitable, I hope it continues to be. Because my biggest concern with the whole Vshojo lore is that if it's not interesting enough to new people, like to bring in new people, then it's not worth it from a monetary standpoint. Like, it's super cool. It's like a super awesome passion project, but I just want to make sure that it's something that is really cool and also makes people money, right? I mean, true, but Mouse getting an insane new model every 3 months isn't exactly profitable either. But that's probably more on Mouse than it is Vshojo as a company. If Vshojo is the one sponsoring the videos, then that's what I'm concerned about. If it's all just talents, you know, sponsoring their own videos, then that's fine. But if it's Vshojo footing the bill, that's what I'm concerned about. Is, you know, it is very much worth as a hype machine for debuts new outfits. Is it though? Because like, guys, I want to throw some numbers at you just because it's interesting. How about Vshojo? What do you think about it? I think it'd be cool. I don't know if they'll do it, but it'd be cool. Like, okay, do you guys want a bit of a hot take? do you want a bit of a hot take? Because I'm gonna give it. And this is, well, actually, it's like a lukewarm take at best. I think that Vshojo should have put all those lore videos on their channel. I think that Vshojo should have put all of the lore videos should not be on everyone's individual channels. It should be all on the Vshojo channel, every one of them. Because I think one of the biggest things that is actively hurting them is that, like, you can watch Nyanners, you can watch Iron Mouse, you can watch, you know, XYZ. You'll see their videos and you'll have no freaking clue what's going on. Like, back in the day, they were standalones. They were a self-contained story. They're not a self-contained story anymore. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you not do that? Like, if you want to let the talent also post on their channel, that's fine. But all the videos should at least live on the main Vshojo channel. It should 100% be on the Vshojo channel. And it annoys me to no end that they're not. Because like it unifies the branding, it lets people like get absorbed into the story so they're not like channel hopping to go find like where everyone is. It's just such a weird decision. Just put it all on the same channel. Let the talents post on their channels too. but put it all on the main channel at the very least, right? I don't know. It's so weird. It's just frustrated. I heard Mary say they want to re-release the videos with some touch-ups. That'd be cool if they do, but they should definitely do it on the Vshojo channel. Like, please, for the love of God, just put them all there. Like, seriously. It's so frustrating to see that. But this kind of ties back into the, like, I want these videos to be worth Vshojo's money. And to the person who asked how much it costs, the best ballpark we heard was like between 5,000 and 10,000. That's the ballpark that we've gotten a guess for. We don't really know full numbers, but it's expensive. Like, guys, I just want, look, obviously I'm a big fan of the lore stuff. Obviously. I just want it to be profitable for them. And it bugs me to no end that they don't put it on their channel. Because the more likely that, like, the more views these things get, the more people they pull in, the more, like, the bigger community it builds, the better for them. And, like, whether or not you like Vshojo as a company, that's a different discussion. But, like, they should absolutely be trying to unify a good brand under these things because they're really good. They could have custom merch for these. They could do a lot of stuff with the Vshojo universe if they just took the time to put it in one freaking place. Bugs me to no end. I'm not upset or bitter at all. Don't worry about it. I have faith in Gunner and the talents to do what's in their best efforts. I don't know, man. I don't know. Cause, like, guys, you want to know what's crazy? Well, I do let it bug me because I'm a YouTuber at heart. I'm a YouTuber at heart, and it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me for how they run things on their YouTube channel, you know? It's because I'm a YouTuber at heart. And they do things in a weird way, and I just don't understand it. Like I said, I hope that it's making them all the money that they wanted, because that means we'll get more, which that's a good thing. I'm excited about that. So, you know, if they are actually making all their money back from it, great, wonderful. But you know, again, it just kind of comes down to we don't know how Vshojo as a company operates, right? We don't know percentages or anything like that. We don't know. We just don't know a lot of things. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't think we're going to see another one of these videos before the end of the year. They're not publicly traded. No, they're funded by an investment firm, I believe. Or angel investors. I know they're like an investment startup type thing. So that's why they have a lot of money, is because it's like an investment started. They have a lot of money to play with and a lot of money to do cool things. So did you say 5 to 10K per video, or is that just one of them? No, that's per video. That's our guesstimate on how much these cost to make. Maybe we'll see silvers, but I'm not counting on it. I hope we see silvers. I hope we got at least a couple more coming in the next couple months. I don't want to remake the timeline video just yet because I feel like we haven't quite I don't know. It doesn't feel like a good time to remake this video yet. I want to wait until we get... I feel like the next mouse video is going to be a great time to redo the video. Of course, hey, speaking of the dog, how you doing, Mary? We'll see silvers. Okay, so silvers is being worked on. Cool. Welcome on in, Mary. Also, I'm sorry you're sick. I am also sick. but I'm recovering. That's why I sounded a little dead yesterday when you called me on stream. I hope your heating actually gets better, and you should go to the hotel now. You don't have an excuse anymore. Go to the hotel and get warmed up, man. Go to the hotel and get warmed up. You're not allowed to be sick. You're making cool stuff. I don't want you to be sick. Every member should get at least one. That's good to hear. Because I feel like that we're kind of at a point with the timeline where we really need to know more about Nizuna and Silvervale before we can progress it much further. But I think we've done a good job so far. Nizuna's is personally the one I'm most looking forward to. Also, Mary, you sly little dog. I was freaking out last night because I didn't notice this when I watched the Haruka video the first time. We watched it on stream earlier. You slipping in the malware theme at the end of that video. You tricky little. I didn't notice that the first time. That was a great detail. I loved it. It was so good. It was so good. Oh yeah, can Mary answer our apricot problem? I don't know, Mary, can you? No, we shouldn't bug Mary if he's just coming to chill. You know, we don't want to pelt him with questions because I know he's sick. And as someone who has been sick, we've got that going. Oh, Mary. Am I allowed to share that information, Mary? I don't know if I'm allowed to or not. I don't want to say anything that I'm not supposed to. Okay, I didn't think so. So I will not share that. But the apricot problem, we were trying to figure out. Where apricot fits in on like when she started to exist. Because we weren't quite sure how long she's been around. She's been around for a long time. And she could fit, like, she slots into a lot of different places, but we personally put her in that she existed before Neanders showed up at Earth, and that she taught Iron Mouse how to get to Earth / use portals to befriend, or before Iron Mouse tried to befriend Neanders the first time. This is like the most logical place we put her. We don't know, we have no idea how long she's been around. Is she from the Middle Ages? That's what we couldn't figure out. Because when we were looking at her video, she was burned at the stake for being, where is it? It's somewhere in here. Because she was burned as a lich, but she was already a lich. So if she is from the Middle Ages, that puts her somewhere over here. Right? But then we're trying to figure out how Iron Mouse contacted Neanders in the first place, because we kind of came up with the mentality that it was more of a mental connection talking thing, because Iron Mouse can do crazy. Iron Mouse has a lot of stuff that we don't know about yet, but we're not quite sure how Iron Mouse reached out to Neanders in the first place. If she needed apricot to teach her how to go to Earth in the first place. So that's the part where we were a little confused on, because that timeline doesn't quite match up unless this is purely just like a, okay, so she can peer into the world. That's kind of what I was guessing. See, that was kind of our theory earlier, right, chat? That was kind of our theory earlier, was that it was more of a mental thing. So we were right, because the first time we placed her was like this. We placed it like this. Sorry. Because yeah, our first placement was we put her right here and then we moved her back. So, okay, I was right the first time. I guessed correctly. And since I've got you here, Mary, since I've got you here, I need to know, what is up with 1971? I need to know what is up with this date. I spent so much time researching last night, trying to figure out is there significance behind this date? You don't necessarily need to explain like what it is. I just need to know it has a special significance, because I will dive into the depths of internet hell to find out this. This was bugging me so much last night. It's just a few years after modern helicopters were invented. But there wasn't like a big expedition or big like scientific discovery thing. Because that's what I've researched first, was like, all right, was there like a big expedition that this is referencing? Was there like a Nobel Prize thing that was going on with Antarctica or something? That's what I was researching. The Antarctica thing is based in reality. Oh gosh, dang it. Now I have to go search more. Oh, blark. Oh well. That's half the fun. Oh, what? Warm spot. All right, I'll have to look into that. That makes sense. Okay. Still. That's cool. Because yeah, our current working theory was that maybe one of those people was like an ancestor of Gunrun. Not like a super serious one, but that was our pet theory. Other than that, I think we've got most of the rest of this good to go. Whoops, didn't mean to move that. Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with what we got. I'm super excited though if Silvervale and Nizuna are really in the works. I'm super excited. Because I feel like I really want Silvervale specifically. Because I feel like there's a lot of nature stuff that we're just not seeing. And I know it's going to be a big deal. I just need to know for the future. Yeah, I think we fixed our old timeline. For the most part. Yeah, I think we're good. But yeah, thanks for the clarification, Mary. We appreciate it. Because we've been discussing. We discussed the apricot thing for quite a lot longer than we probably should have. But it is what it is. I also feel better soon. I hope that you're not out of commission for too long. But seriously, dude, go sleep in a warm bed tonight. Stop freezing yourself in your own home. Or else you'll get COVID like me. Well, that's not how COVID happens, but it's the point. It gets the same point across. But yeah, I hope we get to see more stuff next year. So I really don't think anything else is happening this year. which honestly is fine. I've got like, oh gosh. I've got so many lore videos to catch up on. I've got to do like 3 Vshojo videos, 6 Niji Sanji videos, like at least 10 other independent people's videos. Oh my gosh. We're so behind. I have scripts for most of them written though. Guys, next year we're gonna have a lot of good stuff. The Niji Wave 7. We're on Wave 7 now. You need help? No, I just need to not be sick. That's all I need, is I just need my voice back. But we're getting there. We're feeling a lot better today than we were even just a couple days ago. So like we're coughing so, I mean, if you guys remember, we watched the Haruka debut together. If you guys were here for that, you remember how bad I was coughing, right? Like I was bad last week. I was really bad. I am so much better than last week, I think. The occasional cough, the occasional blowing the nose, you know. We're so much better than last week. 100%. So I give it another couple days and then we're probably back up to like 90%. So we're doing good. We're doing good. I am taking vitamins. Yes, I think that's why I'm doing so much better this time, is because I was so much more prepared to deal with COVID. Because I've had it before. But yeah. Let's go back and chill in the library, shall we? I feel like we don't chill here as often as we should. Da da. Da da. Ba 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 da da. Ba da da da. Your voice wasn't that bad? Really? I watched that stream. I sounded terrible. Are you kidding me? My voice was terrible. Also, guys, I guess now is a good time to plug this. But, guys, on Christmas, we're going to be doing our hot sauce karaoke again. I'm actually ordering the hot sauces today. And it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be our big event for this month, is the hot sauce karaoke. So you guys should definitely, you know, stick around for that. A little nasally today, but not too bad. Yeah, no, I knew today was going to be nasally. But like, we're way better than last week. Last week, I was having trouble even talking. Like, holy cow. What is hot sauce karaoke? I am so glad you asked, because it is my favorite thing I do all year, probably, where I sing Christmas carols in a karaoke, but right before I start singing one, we take a shot of a hot sauce, and the hot sauces get progressively hotter as the night goes on. It's usually not a very long stream. We like maybe an hour, hour and a half at most. And by the end, I am a gibbering, slobbering mess, and it's great, and it's beautiful. It sounds awful. It's so much fun, though. I love it. It's so fun. This is our 3rd year doing it. I'm a big fan of it. It's a lot of fun. What's the hottest hot sauce we've gotten? Well, I have the Apollo hot sauce on my desk right now, which is like a couple million Scoville. The worst one I've ever done is a sauce called Satan's Blood. And that one's just pain incarnate. The bomb isn't that fun either. A lot of the time I'm very resilient to hot sauce. So normally it's like really hot for like 30 seconds for me and then I'm fine. So it's really not that big of a deal to me. Until we get to like the really spicy stuff. Then yeah, it's yeah, then it hurts. But it's always fun. I think it's always fun. I've been thinking about getting the chip. The problem is the chip lasts a little longer. We might end the karaoke with the chip. I haven't decided whether or not I want to get it yet. I'm still kind of judging my internal systems. I mean, I should be good to go at, you know, by Christmas. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It burns your stomach though. I don't know. Would you consider throwing sriracha into the mix? Sriracha is nothing. Sriracha is like Babby tier to me. Okay guys, do I have a camera up? No, I don't. Okay, well, I was gonna show you. So if you've ever watched Hot Ones, or like the hot sauce that they always do at the end, the one that Gordon Ramsay couldn't deal with, that's what I put on my eggs for breakfast. That's not even a joke. Like, do you hear me tapping this? That is the Last Dab Apollo hot sauce. I use that on a daily basis. I am very accustomed to hot sauces. This is a lot. Hold on. One second. It is not a lie. Hold on. Okay, one second. I need to prove it to you. Hold on. Don't mind me, I'm just unplugging cables underneath my desk. Okay. Excuse me. Activate. Wait, what? Is that not the right cable? Ignore the thing in the corner. Okay, you ready for this? Wow, it's freaking out. Oh wait, can you guys can't see it, can you? No, you can't. Okay. I bought this bottle like last month. That's how much I use this. I use it all the time. There you go. I told you guys, hot sauce is my favorite thing. I love hot sauce. It's so good. Even when it like hurts, it's so good. It's so good. See, that's me proving my hot sauce superiority. Also, I'm gonna message Mary real quick. Okay, there we go. I was just messaging Mary, telling him to get better. Because I know his heat's been out, which sucks. Also, if you guys didn't know, Merryweather actually did 2 of the new Niji Sanji members' lores. Very well done. Very fun. So, small side tangent. Just wanted to let you know. Mary's doing awesome these days. I don't know. I might try the chip. We'll see. We'll see. TVS mentioned it. Yeah. So it's kind of funny. I was watching the debuts last night, and I saw when one of them started, because I knew one of them had been done by him because it was spoiled. But then when the other one started, I'm like, wait a second. I recognize this art style. And then it was. Man, that's how you know I've watched way too much Merryweather stuff. Is I can identify his artists immediately. It wasn't Ver. It was Zeon and Doppio. Or Zeon and Doppio. Doppio's lores. It was so funny because it was a little shell shock. Of just like, huh. Just goes to show Mary's going worldwide. I wouldn't be surprised if like a new Hololive video comes out. I've got to go. When's the next stream? Wednesday. Now that we're kind of alive again, we'll be back to doing regular streams. Even though we'll probably still sound sick for the next couple of them. But we stream on Wednesdays and Saturdays. But we will be calling it here a little bit because my voice is already scratchier than I would like. So I will give you guys the choice. Do you guys want to go watch someone pull Genshin characters, or do you want to go play Jackbox with another streamer? I will let you guys decide. I'm personally leaning towards the Jackbox streamer today. Oh wait, actually I should see if I can even raid them. I don't know if they have that set up. You'd rather sit on my thumb and spin. All right, let's do Jackbox. Why not? Let's see if we can even. Can we? Hey, we can. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send you guys off to Karo Arai. He's a cool guy. He's playing Jackbox right now. Should be good fun. He just hit 1,000 subs. I've known him for a little while. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Thanks for joining, everyone. Glad that it's nice to be back into streaming. Like, for real. Super nice. And, join the Discord. Like the video. Listen to Cat Records. Become a member. All that jazz. Thank you so much, all the new people who joined today. Hope you enjoyed your stay. And I'm not normally this sick. So, I'm more lively, I promise. I promise. But I'm, yes. But I'm going to send you all away now. So, bye-bye. Have a good, wherever you are in the world, hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. But for now, class is dismissed, and I will see you all later. Bye.